Ford is not feeling too electric about its EV sales. The company has predicted a whopping $3 billion loss on its consumer sales of electric vehicles this year. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. According to John Lawler, Chief Financial Officer, EV losses will increase by 43% this year as Ford invests substantially in a second generation of battery-powered cars and billions in new factories to make them. So, what is the future? How Ford is planning to fix this mess? Stay tuned till the end to know all the updates. So buckle up and join us to learn about Ford's electric car nightmare. $3 billion set to be wiped out by consumers in 2023. Welcome to the EVolutionary. Now, according to Ford, the total profit and those EV losses both occur before interest and tax-related costs. So basically, it's like they are saying that, hey, we lost $3 billion on EV sales. But it's not like we're counting the interest and tax-related costs or anything. So, no biggie. And there's more. Despite this electrifying loss, Ford still anticipates meeting its profit goals of $9 to $11 billion. How? We have no idea. But it seems like they have got it all figured out. Maybe they are planning to sell some magical flying cars to make up for those losses. Now, you might be wondering why Ford is losing money. Well, according to some people, it's all because of those darn electric vehicles. Apparently, people are trying to prop up the EV market and it's causing all kinds of problems for good old Ford. And don't even get me started on Tesla. They have been raking in the dough thanks to all those government subsidies. It's like they're the teacher's pet and the rest of us are just trying to keep up. And according to some people, the whole electric car movement is a big fat lie. That's right, they are saying that it's not clean energy and it's not even saving the environment. The automaker has provided some guidance on how their electric vehicle unit is doing, as well as their traditional internal combustion engine and commercial activities. Wow, it's like Christmas came early for all of you gearheads out there. The scenario looks like we are not going to see any sudden spikes in the stock market anytime soon. Still, it's nice to see the automakers shaking things up a bit and giving us a little peek behind the curtain at how they are doing in different areas. Who knows, maybe one day we'll be able to say, I remember when they used to only publish their financial results by region. So apparently, these automakers are finally getting on board with the electric revolution and introducing their first EV models. But here's the kicker, according to analysts, they are losing money on them. It seems like these automakers just can't catch a break. They have been so focused on the primary combustion engine vehicles that they haven't quite figured out how to make their EVs profitable yet. It's almost like they are trying to teach an old dog new tricks. But hold up, Ford has some more news to share. What is it? We will certainly tell you, but before that, why not show us a little support? Just press the subscribe button and hit the bell icon right next to it to stay connected, okay? Now, back to the topic. So, apparently its loss on EVs on that basis during the last 2 years combined, which is nearly equivalent to the $3 billion loss it's expecting this year. In 2021, it lost roughly $900 million, and in 2022, it lost $2.1 billion. Wow, that's a lot of dough. But hey, let's look on the bright side. At least Ford is finally breaking down the outcomes of its EV operations. Who knew losing billions of dollars could be so informative? And now, Ford, the OG of the car industry, is trying to catch up to the electric superstar Tesla. And the numbers aren't looking too hot for Ford, even if they hit their profit margin targets. In the last quarter, Ford managed to record a 22% profit margin, but hold your horses, folks, that's without taking into account interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Now, I'm no accounting genius, but that doesn't sound like an apples-to-apples comparison with Tesla's profit margins. Let's face it, Tesla has a big advantage when it comes to selling EVs at a profit. Meanwhile, traditional car makers are struggling to keep up. It's like watching a race between a tortoise and a hare, except the tortoise is wearing lead boots and the hare is driving a Tesla. I bet the folks over at Ford are scratching their heads, wondering how they can catch up to Tesla. Maybe they need to hire some of the rocket scientists from SpaceX, Tesla's sister company. Or they could ask Elon Musk to lend them some of his magic dust. Who knows, it might just work. But until then, Ford will have to settle for being the less profitable little brother in the EV game. Maybe they can console themselves by reminiscing about the good old days when they ruled the car industry. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Now, apparently Ford and Tesla are going head in head in a game of discounting. Ford's Mach-E, which looks like a Mustang but it's electric, is now more affordable than ever before. Meanwhile, Tesla has also jumped on the discount train and lowered the price of its more affordable models in several markets. But wait, there's more! As if the price cuts weren't exciting enough, Ford's CEO Jim Farley spilled the beans during an earnings call that the production of their EVs have been a bumpy ride. Apparently, they faced a lot of issues and encountered unexpected expenses in ramping up their EV production. It seems like everyone wants to ride the electric wave these days, but it's not all smooth sailing. Who knew that making cars that don't run on good old-fashioned gasoline would be so difficult? But hey, we're all for progress and saving the planet, even if it means dealing with some bumps along the way. Furthermore, Tesla sales have taken a bit of a dip lately. Maybe everyone's finally realized that their cars are basically just overpriced RC cars. But hey, did they reduce the cost of a few models earlier this year? So that's something, I guess. Meanwhile, Ford is like, hold my beer. They just announced that they plan to produce a whopping 600,000 EVs by the end of 2021 and 2 million of those bad boys annually by 2026. But let's be real here, folks. Ford may be aiming high, but they are still playing catch-up on the real EV pioneers like Tesla and BYD. In 2022 alone, Tesla pumped out 1.4 million EVs. That's a whole lot of electric cars. And don't even get me started on BYD, who managed to sell 1.9 million new energy vehicles in the same year. That includes both plug-in hybrids and purely battery-powered cars, by the way. So Ford may have some work to do if they want to dominate the EV market. But hey, at least they are trying, right? And who knows, maybe one day we'll all be cruising around in electric Fords instead of gas-guzzling monstrosities. A girl can dream. And it will be true teach-in at the New York Stock Exchange. And it's going to be more exciting than a rodeo. Now hold your horses, because it's not just any ordinary teach-in. It's a thrilling adventure where Ford will be showing analysts how to eliminate losses and start earning a profit on EVs by 2026. That's right, you heard it correctly. Ford is going to ride that electric horse straight to the bank. According to the chief of Ford's operations, Jim Lawler, the path to profitability is going to be as smooth as silk. Or maybe even smoother. It's all about sales volume, effective designs, cheaper batteries, and more competitive distribution and pricing. That sounds like a piece of cake, right? I mean, come on. Who doesn't want more sales? More sales means more money, and more money means more fun. Plus, effective designs, that's a given. If it doesn't look good, it's not going to sell well. And cheaper batteries? Well, that's just common sense. Who wants to pay for an arm and a leg for a car battery? I know I don't. Last but not least, more competitive distributions and pricing. Now that's where the rubber meets the road, my friend. If Ford gets their distribution and pricing game on point, it will be unstoppable. And who knows, maybe they'll even start selling their EVs in vending machines. That would be a sight to see. So buckle up, my friend, because Ford is going to take us on a wild ride. Who knows, maybe we'll even get to ride shotgun in their electric horse. In all seriousness, we are rooting for Ford to turn things around and make a profit on their EV sales. In the meantime, we'll be patiently waiting for those magical flying cars to hit the market. And that's all for now. We hope that you have found our video interesting. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching, and we will see you